Hello, hello, hello everyone! This is our bonus Sunday workshop and I am so super excited about this. I know I always say this, but today we are gonna blow workshops out of the water. Like this is, this is like the mega workshops of mega workshops right here today. Because I have been getting so many questions, especially from some of our new people that have joined the groups, about, how do I put together a journal? How do I do the loaded tags? And so I thought, you know what? Why don't we just do something start to finish today and make something beautiful? Matt just gave me a thumbs up for the live video, so I know that everybody should be able to hear me. And let's see who is hopping on here today. I'm just going to hop into the comments here, see who's here joining us. This is just so exciting. Oops, you know what? I seem to have my volume on here. So let me just turn that off. Yikes. On my laptop while I'm looking for everybody to join us here. Let's see. Tina is here today. Tina, we missed you yesterday. And Elle is here. Great to see you. Okay, so now everybody's starting to hop on. This is fantastic. As you can see, I've got all my pieces printed out. My bed is full. My desk is full. I really should just be doing like a B video, like a B clip video on just, everything that goes on before the video, the live workshops actually start. Like there is paper everywhere, glue everywhere, paper everywhere. Hi, Virginia. Great to see you today. So today's workshop is going to be absolutely fantastic. We are going to be taking this junk journal, which is part of our Gothy Girl collection and inspired by the works of Edgar Allan Poe, which is one of my all-time favorites. It was actually the first real, more serious author I ever read. And so some of his poems, some of his stories just always stuck with me. And, I'm always quoting them to Matt as well. Oh, that reminds me of this and that reminds me of this. So yeah, it's really one of my favorites. Hi, Teresa. Yes, you found us. You just made me laugh so much with that last comment of yours on what creative role that you're taking in crafting today. That was so good. Okay, so in today's workshop, we are building this journal from scratch, from your junk journal kit. Now, all our Creator Studio members, all our Crafting Studio members, of course, Creator Studio as well, get all of this for free inside of your membership. Everyone else, if you're not a member yet, you can absolutely go buy this in the Ko-fi shop. I think it's like $5. So it's not going to break the bank. Matt's going to drop the link for you guys on how to get this junk journal inside our Ko-fi shop. And then you can craft it along with us or watch the replay, and you can make it on the replay as well. Arlette is here. Terry just joined us, and Jen. Hi, everybody. Yes, everybody made it today. So let me just give you a quick walkthrough. I'm not going to do a very detailed walkthrough because this is going to be like, as it is, it's going to be like a 2-hour workshop here today. So let me just walk you quickly through what we're going to do. We're going to put the whole journal together right here. And so this is the spine, the front cover, the back cover, and then inside we have all these beautiful little ephemera pieces that we can do. We have gorgeous postcards and envelopes, all those kinds of things we're going to add to this. We have our vertical hidden paperclip. That is one of the bigger pieces that we're going to be creating today. We're going to be making our pocket bookmarks today. And of course, we're going to be decorating the whole journal as we go along with pockets and little ephemera pieces and all that. We have our beautiful monthly calendar that fits in here. We've got our pockets. We've got our little file folders, more envelopes. Oh, just look at these beautiful journal pages. You just want to write in it, right? And of course, we're going to be making our beautiful loaded tag as well to go inside of here. So it is going to be a chock full, very busy day. If we have some time, I have a couple of other smaller projects that we're going to do as well. So yesterday, during our workshop, we made these beautiful cascading waterfall folio cards, these ones right here. So we're going to add that to our journal today. And if we have time, I am also going to show you how to do your very own waterfall cards that flip up like this, just using regular paper. We're going to cut these into hinges, like just a regular sheet of paper. We're going to cut it into hinges, and we're going to make our very own waterfall cards for our journal as well. So that we're going to do that if we have some time. If we don't have time, then I'll make you guys a little video and I'll post it later. Okay, so who is actually making this with me today? And who is going to just watch today? Who's making some of it with me, like maybe a loaded tag or a bookmark or something? And so let me know what you guys are doing with us today and if you're just hanging out. So Jen is here following along with us. Hi, Jen. Let's see here. Who else? Arlette, I think I already said hi to Arlette, and Shelly made it too. Nicole. Hi, Nicole. I know this is right up your alley. Let's see here. Sandra. Hi, Sandra. Sandra says she's not a gothy person, but she loves this journal. You know what? I find that with so many people, like, I am not really a creating like dark things kind of person. I like the light and vibrant things. And so it just kind of happened that, this was inspired by a gothy kind of, inspiration that I had. But it turned out to be so vibrant and so beautiful, and just like, look at the contrast in colors, right? And then all the things that you can do with all the shadows and all the secret like compartments and all the secret like maps and all that kind of stuff. So it kind of just bloomed into this absolutely gorgeous, not so much gothy thing, actually. So yeah, I'm absolutely in love with that. Let's see, let's get back to some other comments here. Arlette says she's just watching today. And let's see here. Helen. Al says, I just finished watching the folio and waterfall replay from yesterday. How fun. I know we're going to be adding that waterfall right in here today. Terry says, this is my very first journal, so I am so ready. That is exciting. Your first journal. There's nothing like making your first journal. It's just when it all comes together like that, and oh my gosh, it's amazing. Arlette said, yeah, just watching. Jen says, I'm going to do both because I think making it completely during the class is a pipe dream for me. Okay, let's see. Teresa says, just watching, hanging around, still covered in blue paper, gold paint, and feathers. Andrea, hi everyone, I'm here, but my cats are getting in the way. Hi Andrea, it's great to see you. You know what? This is a perfect kit for Zorro. Zorro is her cat because it's black and white, right? Zorro, you're gonna have to help. Sanette says, love the goth theme. I'm so glad you like that, Sanette. Nicole says, I'm going to be working on covering the rest of my folio base besides the never-ending laundry. Oh my gosh, that laundry. Just hide it under the bed or something. Don't think about it today. So Terry asks, what do we need for a cover and back? Anything special? Okay, so let's dive right in. First of all, I'm pretty sure you all know me. My name is Anani. And my husband, lovely Matt over there, he's our guy in the chair. We started the Happiness Brigade, and this is like what we do for a living. This is our passion. We create beautiful artistic things. We put it up on the website to share with you guys. So I am going to be building this right here with you today, and Matt's going to be answering all your questions in the chat and chatting away and dropping useful links and all that kind of good stuff. Let me just hop in the comment here quickly. Maria says, I'm currently packing for a big move to Nevada to be near the grandbabies. Oh, that's such a wonderful reason to move, is to be closer to grandbabies. But making time to watch, as you always have something new and fun during your lives. I'm so glad you're here, Maria. We should actually do a kid one too, so all our grandkids can craft with us. Wouldn't that be so fun? Oh, that's a great idea. Oh, I come up with the best ideas during our workshops. or 2 o'clock in the morning, depends on the mood. But yeah, you guys will see me on Facebook at 2 o'clock in the morning sometimes coming up with crazy ideas. Nicole says, I can't, I still have bedding for all the bedding for the beds. Oh my gosh, yeah, okay. If it's bedding, then you better get the laundry done. Okay, so let's get started on this. Cheers, everybody. I've got my tea made. Cheers, Lovey.
Cheers.
Cheers, all the girls out there joining us. Yes. Oh, I just can't start without that cup of tea. Oh my goodness, that was delicious. Okay, hi Angie. We are just going to jump right in and get started. So everything is going to be based on this journal, this junk journal right here. We have our pages, our interior pages, exterior pages, and then just one of the pages inside, I decided to just tear in half, and that's going to be my front cover. So I decided to go with this front cover right here. So that's what I did right here. And that way you have so many options. Like for instance, let me go here. I just want to check out. Like you can use this one here. This will make a stunning front cover. Or of course, we have this beautiful rose right here. This would make a beautiful front cover as well. So yeah, you can choose any of these images. Just tear the page in half or cut the page in half, and that's going to be your front cover. And then what I did for a back cover, I gave you guys a solid black sheet, which is this one right here. And this is what I'm going to be using for my back cover, well, for my spine and my back cover. So just to let you know, that is what I'll be doing today. So I've got that ready here. This piece that I tore off, like this was combined here as a design page, like this. So this, I have something else planned for inside of the journal. This is going to be my front. And then I'm kind of torn today between whether or not I want to create another black back cover, or if I want to add this beautiful piece right here for a back. So I'm kind of torn on that one. I'll decide as we get closer to the time here. And then the other thing I did here, just in case you want to get started on this, I made a double-sided page. I used the red page and the floral page. I glued them back to back because my double-sided printing is not working on my printer right now. So I glued these back to back, and I want to make a few other things with this, like maybe a side pocket, maybe a little bookmark, maybe I can squeeze out a little tiny envelope on this one too. So we'll see how much time we have. Matt is like looking at me like, oh my gosh, really? More time? Okay, I'm just catching Nicole's comment here, and she's got her homemade vanilla latte. Oh my gosh, you're always making my mouth water with that. That just drool worthy right there. Okay, so before we get on to our covers and our spine and all those kinds of things, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take all our design pages like this, and we're going to fold it in half. So the designs are on the inside, the blank pages are on the outside. Oh my gosh, look who just joined us here. Nelda, it's lovely to see you. Woohoo! Wonderful. We just did our cheers, Nelda, so I'm going to do another cheers. And for Ophelia too. Hi, Ophelia. Just everybody who hasn't cheersed with us yet, let's do another cheers. Cheers, Lovey.
Cheers.
Mostly because I also need another sip of tea. Okay, so if you haven't done this part yet, then just fold it in half. And then, like, just when we fold it over, our open side is on the right side, and then you flip it over so that your open side is on the left side. Again, we're gonna take all of our pages here. This is more of our texture page, so we're gonna fold it in half, flip it over so the opening is on the left side. This is another design page. So can you see a pattern evolving here? We are going to take our design pages and texture pages and layer them. So we're going to say half our texture, like first we're going to do a design page and then a texture page, a design page and then a texture page. So it's not all design pages one after the other. Now, of course, you can add some newspaper to this. You can add some, you know, whatever pages you want to add to this, you can add. You can add like transparent pages, anything that you want. And then so yeah, you can see here, like I staggered mine, right? So it's a design page and a texture page, a design page and a texture page, just like that. Okay, so I have already started gluing some of mine together, mostly because I know you guys are not going to want to sit here watching me glue 15 pages together. So what we do is we have our first page, like, so all our pages are now facing, the open sides are facing the left, right? So you take your page, your top page here, and you flip it over so your open side is facing the right. Then we're going to add glue to this top side here, and we're going to take the other parts of these that we haven't glued yet, and we're going to flip it over so the open side is on the right, and we're going to glue it down. And that's what we're going to do with all of these. We're going to take it, the open side is on the left, we're going to flip it over, glue it down so the open side is on the right. Make sure with all of these that it's the right side up, because otherwise you're going to glue something down and it's going to end up like this, upside down. And trust me on this when I say it happens. I am refusing to say how I know this, but but yes, it does happen. Now with these ones, they're printed on 32-pound paper. Some of them I had to print on more thick paper because my printer is really acting up right now. So I had to print it on a heavier cardstock-like paper, and that's mostly the texture pages that I have that I had to print on thicker paper. The rest is all on 32-pound paper, and it makes really nice and strong pages. The glue that I'm using is a silicone glue, and it seems to make, like, harden everything really nicely, so it makes a really sturdy journal. All right, everybody ready for this? Okay, so we're gonna just start gluing all of our pages together. And this is where the no-sew journal comes in. It's easy, it's fun, and you're gonna have a beautiful journal that you can decorate at the end of this. So, who's ready to start gluing? Does everybody have their pages folded? If not, don't worry about it too much. Just gonna put my glue down here where I can easily find it. And remember, our page is open on the left side, and we're gonna just flip it over, line it up nicely here. It doesn't have to be perfect, but try and make it so that it at least, you know, has a semblance of fitting properly together there. Perfect. There we go. Lovely. Okay, now we're going to add some glue to this again. The top. And you just want to arrange all your papers so that you don't have like 10 pages of beautiful design papers and the rest are all just blank like newspaper print, right? So you want to like make sure that you kind of distribute it evenly and nicely. Okay, so now the next page here on this pile is, it's open to the left. We're going to flip it around and it's going to be open to the right, and we're just going to glue it down. You might be sick of me saying this by the end of it, but trust me, accidents do happen on this, and you just don't want to glue it the other way. Okay, let's add some glue at the top here again. So I just want to get a quick count here. Who has already folded their pages and who is already starting this with me right here? Actually, Matt just reminded me that, yeah, we actually have some beautiful freebies to give out, like on Mother's Day. On Mother's Day, we created a beautiful set of ephemera specifically for this kit, and it's going to fit beautifully into your journal. So if you guys have a chance to print that up, that would be fantastic. Oh, look at who just joined us, Danielle. That's awesome, Danielle. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, so we just glued that down. Now the last page we're going to glue on. We're just going to add some glue on here. Matt's going to drop the link to that freebie for you guys on Ko-fi. And you can download that. And that's going to add some beautiful bulk ephemera to your collection. We're going to use some of that actually to help fill in our junk journal here today. Okay, so this is our last page here. And we're going to drop also, like everybody who visited us yesterday at the workshop got that waterfall folio, like cascading waterfall cards. And Matt's going to drop that today here again as well, so everybody can get that. Okay, and so again, our open side for this journal page was to the left. We're going to flip it over, it's to the right, and we're just going to glue it down here again beautifully, just like that. Perfect. Okay, so look at that. We already have a book. Let's open this up. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, Jennifer, you're here. Fantastic. I'm so glad you made it. Are you going to be making this with us today, or are you going to just watch today? Oh, and you guys, if you see any of the new members not able to find the workshop here today, if you can just point them in this direction, that would be great. I know that there were a few people that said that they wanted to come and watch this today. They've never made a journal before. So I just want to make sure they actually find us today. Okay, so look at this. No, we don't have a cover on yet. We don't have a spine, but look at our journal opens up beautifully. And look at how nice and flat it lays, right? Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Woohoo! Now, there are some pieces sticking out, like there's some white pieces sticking out. From my perspective, that's just part of a junk journal. Junk journals are not perfect. They're not scrapbooks. But just look at that, all the beautiful texture pages. And then right in the middle here, I added my beautiful monthly planner right there. You can add any kind of pages, of course, but I love having this right in the middle. And then beautiful design pages. Look at that, you guys. You're more than halfway finishing up. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So now it's just playtime. Look at this. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to do the spine on this as well. And I'm gonna do the full page spine just to give you an option here. And then I'll also add a different back to my back cover just because I prefer that today. But I'm going to show you how we're going to do this. So I prefer having my black page as my spine. So let's just flip this around. I want the white side facing me. And then my book, I'm going to line up beautifully so that the back of my book, this is the back cover right here, the back of my book sits perfectly inside of this. I line it up nicely right there, and then I'm going to fold up this piece right here, and I'm going to give it a bit of a seam. So I'm going to fold it right there where the book ends. So right there, and I'm going to fold it over as well, like right here. I'm going to make sure that it's lined up nicely. And I'm going to give it a nice crease all the way right there. Look at that. Okay, so as you can tell, it doesn't fit all the way to the end here, which is fine. This is where our front cover goes on. But if we flip it over like this, this is our back cover. Look at that. And look at how nicely our spine was made right there. Isn't that lovely? Okay, so see how simple this is, right? So I'm just going to run you through this again here quickly. Choose a page that you want to create a back cover with and a spine. You flip it over, you line up your back page, like this is the back of your book. You line it up to the right edge. You lift up your page here, and you give it a fold right where your spine is for your book, and you give it a nice little crease just so that it makes a nice fold right there. Isn't that so lovely? That's so easy too, right? Look at that. Now if you wanted to, you can even give it a little bit of a better fold right there. And so look at, now I got my spine, I got my back cover. There we go. Joanne says that just watching today, still cutting, which seems to be slow at. You know what? That is the best part. It's so fun and just so relaxing. Have a sip of tea, cut away, and just join us for a fun afternoon. There we go. So there, that is basically what that looks like. Look at that. Now that it's all nicely creased and folded, now we can just glue that right in there. Isn't that lovely? So easy too, right? Perfect. Okay, don't worry about this part. Like, we're gonna cover that in just a second here. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add glue to everything. Everybody ready for that? Let's do it. Okay, let's add lots and lots of glue. We don't want the cover to come off. And while I wait for the glue to get a little bit tacky, I'm going to show you guys another little trick that I like to do. This is actually really nice glue. As I'm getting more familiar with working with the silicone glue, I'm really enjoying it actually. So I'm going to wait for that glue to get a little bit tacky, and I'm just going to add a little bit of glue on my spine here too. I find that it almost reminds me of Mod Podge glue. So if you want to make like the little notepads and stuff with this, it actually works really great. Okay, so now we're gonna put this on here. Again, we're gonna line it up nicely to the edge that we had here. We're gonna flip up our covers, and we're gonna just squeeze it nicely in there. Beautiful. We're gonna line everything up perfectly. Look at how nice that looks. That's our back cover. Isn't that beautiful? Wow. And Jen says, power surge. I have no idea where we are now. Pays extra close attention. Okay, so we just added the back cover and the spine to our page here. So I just want to make sure that it's all nice and squared away here, nicely covered. There we go. Now, as you can see, there's a space available right here on the side, and that is perfectly okay. We are going to take whatever we chose to create for our front cover, and we're going to cover that up right there. Isn't that lovely? Oh my goodness, I love that picture so much. It's like transportive. It's just so beautiful. Okay, anyway, I gotta move on here. Okay, let me get my glue going again. And then you can add any pictures. You can add a beautiful frame to the back if you want to. You can add like word labels, anything you want to the back to just make it your own. And lots of glue. We don't want our front cover to fall off. And fix this up. There we go. I'm gonna line this up nicely. And of course you can add embellishments, you can add ink, you can do anything you want to just make this a little prettier if you want to. I like moving mine a little bit away from the edge here, just so that it doesn't fold whenever I fold open my journal. I don't want it to like get a fold on it. So I move it a little bit away from the edge, but it's black, so you don't even notice. Like it just fits really pretty. And then, because I tore this edge here, instead of cutting it, it's got a little bit of a white streak to it there, so you can just take some black ink and just ink it away. Look at that. You can't even see it. See how quickly that hides it? It's so easy peasy. Look at that, and it looks beautiful. Look at that. Perfect. Okay, this is very wet, and this is why we made it first. So now, while we're waiting for this to dry, we are going to head over and we're going to start making all the beautiful things that are going to go inside of this. Okay, so let's just see the back here. Look at that. Isn't that stunning? Now, what I was going to do, I was going to add this as my back page, as my back cover. What do you guys think? Are we going to leave it black, or are we going to put this book cover on it? Matt is definitely voting for the book cover here. What do you guys think? Let's get a vote on this one. I'm really torn between the black, which looks really stunning, and this right here. Okay, I think I might have to go with the books, because that does look really good, doesn't it? I actually have this one, which is the other part of this, which also looks really good. What do you guys think? Oh my gosh. Decisions. Wow. That looks so good. Let me just try this again here. So that one, the book cover. Okay, I think we got a winner on the book covers here. With the candles or without the candles? That is the next big question here. I think, yeah, Sanet also says Analda. Yeah, with the books. Yeah. Okay. Let's do the book covers and the candles. Oh, we got books and candles. Okay, this is going to be really interesting. Okay, so let's do this. Let's add some glue to this page all the way. This is going to be a stunning journal. I've just started, since we only have about 4 weeks left in Mexico, I just started giving away some of all the things I've made here in the past 5 months. You guys, this is so challenging because, you know, we have like all our bees kits and all our Beatrix Potter things. I have like a mountain of stuff that I do not want to throw in the garbage. And I would love to send it out as Happy Mail instead, but it is so expensive and so unreliable from Mexico to send things that I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it. So if you guys have any great ideas, maybe I'll donate it to a school or something. I don't know. I'm still not sure what I'm gonna do with that. I don't want it to end up in the garbage. That's one thing I do know. Look at that. Okay, so that is what I did for my back cover. Oh my gosh, that is gorgeous. Wow. Woo! This is so pretty. So much pretty. Okay. I got my thing glued. My journal is like glued to my mat here. Okay. We're gonna let this dry for a few minutes. My hands are all black and sticky. But let's move on to our next project. And I know, Andrea, you have been looking forward to this the whole time. Let's move on. Everybody good to go with this? All right. We are going to head right into our vertical hidden paperclip. Now, I didn't actually score these. So this is what our base looks like for our vertical hidden paperclip. Who's actually making this? So if anybody's making this with us here today, let me know. If you're just watching, just let me know. But yeah, we're gonna score these lines. There's like this tiny little spine that we're making right here. And we're gonna be scoring this. How do you guys like my way of scoring? Just like free fold right there. So, and this tiny little spine does have a purpose, I promise. This purpose of this tiny little spine is to cover up and create a spine for the section where our paper clips, that's covering up our paper clips. Because otherwise our paper clips kind of just create bulk underneath our vertical hidden paper clip here. So we are going to just create a spine to cover it up nicely. Oh, look at that. It's perfect. Just about. There we go. And Nelda says she's just watching this time. Sanette is just watching. Let's see, who's actually making this with me? Yeah, I've got some really great ideas from people, like of what to do with those. Great ideas. Ophelia, she's making it. Virginia is making it. Terry is making it. Woohoo! Okay, so first right now we're still scoring. We're still folding on the lines. We're gonna need 3 paper clips for this one. The reason why I like using 3 paper clips is because it holds it down perfectly. It creates lots of tuck spots, but it's not too much and too strong so that you can't get anything in and out of it. Kylie says hi Kylie. Kylie says she loves the roses on the dark background. Aren't they just so gorgeous, right? It's like a slate background with like sparkles and the roses. Yeah, this is so gorgeous. I'm so glad you mentioned that. Okay, so first thing, how we're gonna be starting this is we're gonna fold this in half. So right here, like where this brown piece and the crackled wood piece meet, we're gonna fold it in half right there. And then we're gonna fold over. You see where this little spine is? That's the another fold line. So right there. So basically, this is the shape of your vertical hidden paperclip right here. Hi, Anne. Wonderful to see you here. I know you're late, but you know you're just in time to make this beautiful hidden paperclip with us. Okay, so in order to make this, what we're going to do is we're going to fold this in half, just like this. And we're going to fold on this spine like this. Right? And then where these roses, everybody's talking about the roses, the beautiful roses on the dark background, we're going to flip that up, that section right there. So now this portion, this fold right here, that is where we're going to add our hidden paper clips. So let's see, what color are we using for this? I'm going to use pink. That is my color. And as you can see, you've got a small section and a longer section on your paper clips. Put the shorter section inside and the longer section to the outside, just so it doesn't get caught up inside of there. Does everybody follow this still? Okay, so Matt's gonna drop the bonus for you guys, and which is that waterfall cards and mechanism that we did yesterday. So there we go. Look at that. We've got our hidden paper clips right there. Perfect. Now, in order to glue this down, we're gonna fold our hidden paper clips down one like this. So it actually exposes the short sides right here. And we're gonna just put lots and lots of glue over everything. Like all the way to the edges. And just lots and lots of glue. Okay, so just like we folded the hidden paper clips down, we're gonna fold them back up again. So these sections, this section right here, we're just gonna fold it back up again. And we're gonna fold back down our section that has the roses on. We're gonna fold it back over again, and we're gonna stretch it all the way to the edge. Like, it's gonna be a little bit hard to stretch it, but make sure it comes all the way to the edge so that the spine is fitting just right over top of those hidden paper clips. Just like that. Does everybody have this part? We have so many videos on how to make these ones, so you can watch any of them, try it out. Don't watch the first one I've ever made because I forgot how to make it live on video on the workshop. So don't watch the first one I've ever made, but all the other ones feel free to watch. Now watch, everybody's gonna go watch the first one. Oh, you guys, I'm like covered in glue under my nails, up in my hair. Oh my God. Oh, look at this. It is so beautiful. I almost don't even want to put pockets over this. And this is why this time around, when I made the pockets, I actually made pockets that have the roses on it. So it's not like just covering up a rose. It's actually like, making it look very pretty. I printed this and glued it onto a backing page, which was not a great idea because this is really, really hard to fold now. Okay, let's see. Look at that. So when we add this here, it's a beautiful rose over top of a rose. Isn't that lovely? If you cut a small notch where you put the paper clip, the paper lays better. Okay, sounds great. So that's if you want to expose the paper clips underneath, then you can go right ahead and cut little notches out there. But yeah, I do find that if you just stretch it a little bit, the spine actually fits beautifully over top of the paper clips underneath there. So Terry says, I'm lost. Oh no, Terry. Let us know where you're lost and maybe I can do a quick flip through. Andrea said, just for fun, Beatrix Potter hidden paperclip video. Thanks for that, Andrea. I don't think it was that one that I forgot. I think it was like way back, like maybe, I don't know, maybe it was like Boho Safari or something like that, like way, way back, and I forgot how to make that. But Andrea, do not go look that up. Okay, so here is our little pocket that we made for this hidden paper clip right there. And we also have a tuck spot / belly band. So I'm just gonna fold this right in here. Right there. So you could use this as a belly band like this. And I'm gonna show you guys where I did this before. Like, where is my book now? So let's just open this up. So as you can see with this one I created that I already put in my book, I created this as a belly band to hold all the bigger pieces. Like these are bookmarks that we've put in here. So belly bands are great to hold those pieces in. You could also just use it as a tuck spot. And what that would look like is you would glue the sides and the bottom shut. And that way you have a space to put all the little pieces in like this. Maybe this one here. And they won't slide all the way through. So, you know, you have various options there. The challenge, of course, is then you have all these bigger pieces that will just lay over top of here and kind of stick up, right? So there is a plus and a minus on both sides here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have mine as a belly band again today. And let's just see how far we're going to put that in. So if this fits like this, then I would want to have my belly band approximately there. So it fits beautifully inside, right there. Okay, so I'm gonna just use my pencil and just mark where I want this belly band to sit. That makes it easier to remember where everything goes. Okay, let me get some glue down. And we're gonna start with our pocket right here. Okay. Okay, I'm going to hold this down for just a second here. Right there. Okay. And then, where are my little marks? Okay, there are my little marks. So I'm going to put my belly band right over here and see how beautifully this matches the background on this. It looks like it's just made to be there, right? Like, I just love that so much. Okay, so let's add some glue to the glue tabs. There and right there. Lovely. So Matt's just going to keep dropping bonus pages for you guys for those waterfall cards and folios. Just keep on the lookout for that. And then these are beautiful bookmarks that you could add right here. You can add tassels. You can, oh, did this glue shut on me? There we go. You can add tassels. You can add all kinds of ephemera pieces to that just to make it look all pretty. There we go. Somehow that was getting stuck in there. And these are just absolutely gorgeous. You can decorate whichever way you like on these ones. I think I have some pieces falling apart on the inside here. That's why it's not flowing very well for me. There we go. All right. And we can add some smaller pieces to the front here if you wanted to. I really like this one for right in the front. You can add some additional, like, you know, embellishments up here. You can add all kinds of good stuff over here. I have some butterflies. You can print these out. And of course, you pieces from the folio kit. You can use the additional bonus freebie kits, everything. Like, just use all of it and just embellish this. So on the back here, the last time what I did is I added a crow to the back here. And maybe I'll add like a little dot of some kind here. I don't have my dots here, my 3D dots. I'm gonna regret that, I'm sure. There we go. Sorry guys, like my fingers are so glued up right now, glued up and inked. I feel like anything I touch is getting glued to either me or the table. I'm like peeling glue sticks off of me everywhere. Perfect. Matt was just grabbing all these pieces for me. Okay, so that is another project all done. So this is our vertical hidden paperclip. Perfect. Tina, don't encourage everyone. We do not want to see blooper videos. Oh my goodness, you guys definitely don't want to see all the blooper videos. When I first started, I had my camera pointed wrong, so all you could see was my legs like sticking on the videos, and I was like, oh my word, can't be putting that on YouTube. Okay, next project, you guys. This one is very simple but so cute and so easy, and I absolutely love it. So I gave you these 3 bookmarks, and what I love to do with these ones, these are called pocket bookmarks. Who's actually making pocket bookmarks with me today? Anybody have theirs cut out yet? Well, I would highly recommend printing out 2 sets of these and then printing, like not printing, but gluing them back to back. That makes it really strong and also makes it so that we can double up on pockets and everything that we want for these ones. So, oh, I'm just pulling off glue everywhere. I'm just gonna flip these around and we're gonna start gluing pieces on here. So there we go. I'm just gonna do all of them. It'll be a little bit tacky, but I think it will be, it'll still stick. There we go. Okay, so now we're just gonna take the matching pieces and just glue them on. If we don't glue it to everything else first. Okay, so let's do this. Back to back. So is anybody else making this with me? Lydia, you're here. Terry says she's already done those. And Angie's having a great old laugh over there. Aldous loves it. Perfect. Beautiful. Okay, they fit perfectly. Let's do the next one here. And of course you can ink your edges. That's going to make it look really pretty, hide any of the little white edges, imperfections, and so on. And let's do the last one here. Oh, this one is a little bit stuck. There we go. That's gorgeous. So now whenever you flip it over, it looks exactly the same on both sides. And you can just embellish this any which way you want, but we did give you some beautiful little pockets to add to these. And with these pockets, look at this. I don't know who of you saw this, but in the original bonus that we gave for Mother's Day on this, I gave you all little potion labels. And if you go and read these potion labels, it is absolutely so adorable. I want you guys to please go read it. Let me know which ones are your favorites. This one says, Poe's Dream Essence for visions, verse, and inspiration. Do not to be overindulged. And so it's just the cutest things that it says, and each of them are different. So Matt's going to just drop the link for you guys on how to get that Mother's Day bonus Gothy Girl kit on the Ko-fi site. And it is just so adorable. I would love to hear from you guys what you think of those. Sometimes I'm just opening it up and just keep reading it. And the tickets too. I don't know if you guys read the train tickets on those, but it is so cute. Just all the detail, and I don't know if you guys see all the detail that goes into that, but it is just so adorable. So hi Elizabeth, I just noticed that you hopped on here. Fantastic. Okay, so these are little pockets that you can just add to these sections here, and you can add them front to back. You can double up on them as well, so you can add, like, you know, this right there, like double pockets on any of them if you want to. You can leave out pockets on some of them if you want to. So there we go, just like that. Okay, I'm just gonna start gluing some pockets down here. And I'm gonna put this just right on here. Beautiful. And inking the edges, I actually used black ink for all of these edges. I love this black ink, and it works so well, and it just hides all those little imperfections and everything. And I'm gonna add a bigger label right over here as well. And you can print these labels up as many times as you want, like these pockets, and double up on as many pockets as you like for these. I'm just gonna get glue onto all of my edges here. Is anyone making the pockets here with me today, like these pocket bookmarks? They're really one of the easier things to create. And you know, if you have like a Edgar Allan Poe poetry book or one of his other stories or collections, then this is gonna be lovely to keep inside of there. Okay, let me add the large one right here. And I'm going to add double pockets right here. I'll put this one here. And I'm gonna add a pocket right there. And these are beautiful for holding little curios, little skeleton keys, little cameos, all kinds of cute little things, right? And we're gonna do this one right here. Look at that. Oh, that is lovely. I love this. And then what I did with mine is I have my handy dandy, where is it now, my handy dandy? Little hole punch. And so I just, of course, it's handy dandy if it actually works. Maybe I'll wait for the glue to dry a little bit more before I start punching this out. And this is so easy to travel with, like it does not take up a lot of space. There we go. And when the glue is dry, it actually works a lot better. There we go. Look at that. And of course I can add all kinds of little pieces to that. Now where are my little pieces? Right here. I can add little stamps. I can add little stickers. I'm just going to grab all my little pieces here that can be added. Little tags. Everything can go in here. Just like that. And what I would love to do, I actually have a little bit of lace here. I'm just going to add a little tassel on the top. So let's see. JP, hi JP. No, we started at 1 p.m. It's always on Sundays. Our workshops are always at 1 p.m. Okay, so I have this little tassel and I'm just gonna line up the holes here. I'm going to thread this through just like this. This is kind of an easy, very easy way of just adding a little bit of embellishment to it. I don't travel with a lot of embellishment. So, but it's nice to carry a few things with me just for this purpose. Right there. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Now we have our pocket bookmarks and they're both sides and you can fill them up with all kinds of sayings and goodies and it just looks fabulous, right? So that is our next project all done. Woo! I think we need another sip of tea. Cheers, everybody. Cheers. Next project, here we go. Yum. Okay, so now we've done the base for our junk journal. Like we've got our spine, we've got our covers, we got our pages. This is still not dry, so I'm not going to fuss with this too much. We have our vertical hidden paperclip. We have our beautiful pocket bookmarks. Yay! And next project we're doing is, first of all, I want to do this envelope with you guys. This is one of our bigger envelopes here, and I absolutely love this. And what I usually do with this, I glue it into the journal and then have it as a kind of a flip open. And you can actually put this inside your folios as well. So let's quickly fold this over here. Just on the fold lines, we got our glue tabs. Who's actually already made their envelopes? Let's see here. And who actually uses these envelopes to actually send things to people? Do you guys have pen pals, like crafting pen pals and stuff? I know somebody does that. Somebody mentioned one time that they do that. Now you can also, if you have backing paper, and I know we gave you guys lots and lots of backing pages, but if you have a piece of backing paper, I'm just going to use this from our folio kit here. So say for instance you have this, you can actually trace just the top of this onto a piece of backing paper, just with your pencil like this. Okay, and then you can cut it out, and that way we're going to make like an inner liner using just any kind of backing paper that we want, and that way we avoid the inside being so like stark white. Now you can also just use ink. Like I used black ink just on my other journal that I made, and it looked absolutely spectacular. But for this one, I think we're gonna just make a liner. Let's quickly cut this out. Now this might be another blooper in the making here, because let's see how straight I can actually cut. Let's see. We'll see how it goes. Matt's like cringing over there. He does everything by measurement, and I kind of do things by eyeball. So we'll see how it goes. And then we're gonna fold up this bottom piece right to the fold line. Make sure that it doesn't go over the fold line. There is a mark here, like a fold line, but just make sure that by folding it right on here, it doesn't actually go over top of the fold line at the top. Okay, so there we go. And this piece that we just cut out, we can just add it right inside of here. I'm gonna cut it a little bit smaller, just at the edges here. And we'll see how that fits. I think it's gonna be good. I think it's a little bit big. All right, there we go. Let's add some glue. Who likes to add liners to the insides of their envelopes? Let me see what everybody's saying. I haven't gotten into the comments here yet, you guys. I'm so focused on just doing all these things. Mine is already in my journal, says, who said that? Shelly? And Lydia says, I have crafty pen pals. That is so fun. You can get things from all around the world, right? Terry says, Matt, it's a junk journal, no perfect measurements. See? That's what I'm saying. Okay, there we go. And I just want to make sure that we can cover this here. And there we go. Now we have a beautiful liner for the inside. I'm just going to add some glue to our glue tabs here. My fingers are getting so stuck to the glue bottle that the lid is not one opening up. Okay, there we go. And it doesn't have to go the liner doesn't have to go all the way to the bottom because we're gluing this shut, right? So there we go. just going to cut off some of these excess pieces here. All the white. If it's not a lot of white, then you can just ink it and it's going to be hidden and nobody's going to be any wiser. So yeah, you can easily just ink the rest away, like in the corners there. See how nicely that hides it? Beautiful. And look at that, we have a beautiful liner inside of our envelope. Isn't that so nice? Woohoo! Liners add so much to the envelope. Exactly. Yes to liners for envelopes. Yes, I double-side printed so that the thickness doesn't get out of hand. That's a great idea, Danielle. And Ophelia also says, me. Yep, exactly. I love liners for envelopes. Okay, now one of our bigger projects here is going to be our loaded tag. And with this loaded tag, you are getting so much stuff. So we have our base, which you can recognize this. This is going to be an absolutely perfect match for our junk journal, right? Then let's just have a quick look here. You guys talked me into doing this cover, and look at that. Does that look familiar right there? This section right here? That is beautiful. Whoa, no. I just threw down all my stuff. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the base, and this part is really easy. We're just going to fold it in half. Right there, there's a fold line right in the middle. I usually like to just line up my edges, just make sure that my fold line is right, and just fold it right down the middle, like that. Perfect. Now what you could do is you could print this on double-sided paper and just glue down the top and the bottom, and so that your tag actually makes a pocket itself right inside here. That's not what we're going to do today though, but that is an option if you wanted to do that. And so if you guys keep seeing Matt putting his hand on the screen here, he's just picking up all the stuff that I threw down on the floor accidentally. I've got, literally you guys, I've got glue sticking and that does not want to let go. Okay, let's get the glue going here. So we're going to just open this up. We're going to put glue on the inside and glue the two pieces together, front and back. Okay. Thanks, Tina. Okay. Oh, Angela, you're here. You made it. That's okay. This is such a long workshop that we've got here today. You've got plenty of time. We're still only halfway. So you got to all the good parts. We're just putting together our, what is this? Our loaded tag. That's it. So there you go. Now again, if there's any little white edges, you can easily just buff that out with some ink. If you wanted to, you can always cut it. But yeah, if you add some black ink to the edges, these look absolutely beautiful. Now, the other thing we did here is we have some beautiful pockets. And you can mix and match these pockets, absolutely. And you can double print them, this so that you can have lots of the same as well. I like doing this one right here. I love the floral, but I love the graveyard over top of that. I wouldn't want to cover up the graveyard. So that's why I thought I'll cover it just like this. And then in the back, where all my books are, I'm going to add these additional books. So I'm not really covering up the books, even though I am, but I'm adding more books. So right there, and then I'm gonna take the raven and I'm gonna tuck this pocket just lightly right into there so that that rose just sticks up in the center of these books right here. And I think that looks really pretty. So that's what I'm gonna be doing with my pockets on this one. Perfect. Okay, so who is making a loaded tag here with me, you guys? And who is adding this to their junk journal and who's giving it away to friends? Let's see. This is such a nice gift, these loaded tags. They've got such cute little messages. You can add little maps and little skeleton keys and all kinds of cute things to it, like those potion labels and train tickets that we gave you guys before. They are gonna look so cute in this as well. I'm just going to get all my glue on here. There we go. I'm making like spider webs with all the glue strands. Okay. So first one is going to be our floral pocket right here in the background. Right there. And then over top of that is going to be the graveyard. And of course, you don't have to do it this way. You can put one of each of these big pockets on either side. And you can maybe even put the little raven up front here if you wanted to. So yeah, it's completely up to you how you use these pockets. So there we go. Beautiful. In the US, we can't use the envelopes to mail with because of the decorative stamps. You can use the plain envelopes and, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that about the US and their stamp situation. There we go. Look at how lovely that is. This is such a beautiful tag, right? Like, look at 4 pockets on this tag. That's crazy. You can even add another little pocket if you wanted to, or double print this raven one and you can add it right here if you want to. And then we can just start loading it up. Look at all these gorgeous, gorgeous pieces we can load it up with. I'm gonna add these ones right in here. I'm gonna add some of the smaller ones in the back. This is some of our bookmarks. And because they're bookmarks, of course, you can add some tassels. You can add some tassels to the tags. These are beautiful, just like that. Let's see. Ooh, this is a nice big one here too. I love this one. Isn't that beautiful? Right there. I'm actually going to move this one to here and this one to here. Isn't that lovely? And I just love these little tickets and everything that comes along with it. And some of these, and a letter. So you can just start packing things in there It looks so stunning, so beautiful. You can add little note cards to it. It's just, where else can I stuff more things into, right? Isn't that gorgeous? There you go. So there is our beautiful loaded tag. Now, if we wanted to decorate this a little bit, I can imagine, let's see, do this, maybe this side. I'm just gonna fold my little butterfly, and I'm gonna make a 3D butterfly. And I know most of you know how we make these. You can just fold on either side of the body of the butterfly so that it kind of creates like a little body on the center there with just the wings lifting up. And then I also have a bigger one, but I think I'm going to use the two smaller ones. So this one and this one. Okay, so there's another shape to my body right there. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just add a dab of glue to the body and just stick the body down right there. So let's do that. Just a dab of glue to the body and a dab of glue to this body right here. Alrighty, right there. I'm just gonna hold it down for like just a second, just so the glue sets. And then the second little one that we did, and as you can see, I printed this on double-sided paper. And I'm gonna add this little guy right on top there. Just gonna wait for that to settle. Just the glue dry a little bit. We can lift the wings. And just look at how beautiful that is. Isn't that so gorgeous? That is beautiful. Awesome. All right, this is so pretty. So we can add this to our journal as well. Whew. Oh my gosh. Now, what's next? Let's see what else we've got. We have beautiful letters. So some of these are actual poems by Edgar Allan Poe. Some of them are like apothecary receipts and prescriptions and so on. Obviously, they're not real, but it just really adds to the universe of that era, and you know, the mystery and the secrets and like all those kinds of things. And it's just so beautiful. I absolutely love it. So it's lots of added little things that you can just play with in your collection. Now, yesterday we created a beautiful folio, our freebie folio. We can add that to our journal as well. There's also loads and loads of extra pages, like folio pages, that you can just fold up. I'm going to show you. We can just fold this and just add it to our journal as well. So just fold it on these like fold lines right here. And you can just add these, just tuck it into your journal, put little things inside of it. What you can do is just ink these edges that you just folded, and that's gonna make it look so cute, like so nice, vintage-like. So I'm just gonna take my black ink here, and if you just do the outside edges and little smudges on all your fold lines, right there. This is going to give such a nice look to this. Who likes doing this with their, I know Katie likes to do this, but who else likes to do this with just their folios and just tucking it into your journal? Just as an extra little thing to have, you know, to discover basically. You can put a little map in there, little keys, little apothecary notes. Oh, you know what would be really cool is if you put the telegram from Lenore that we have, put the telegram from Lenore in here as like, come quickly, something has happened. There you go. So when you open this up, this will kind of look aged already. So that'll be a nice little addition to our junk journal as well. Okay, so who is ready to start putting all of these things together inside of our journal? Woo! Now that we have actually made all of these beautiful things. Wow, look at all that love coming our way. Woohoo! Mwah, mwah, mwah. Oh, this was so fun, you guys. This is amazing. Okay, so let's grab our journal here quickly. This is the new one we just did today. I also just wanted to show you guys, this is part of one of the things that was in the original freebie, that Mother's Day freebie. And I made little notebooks with it, like just like an accordion style little notebook. So these are very cute. It's got like extracts, like recipes for extracts and stuff, moonshade elixir, raven feather tonic, poison rose extract, midnight bloom essence. Isn't that just so cute? Oh my gosh, so amazing. Dreamer's draft, blackthorn remedy. And yeah, it is just really adorable. I love these. So we're gonna also use those to make little hinges. I think it was Andrea that sent a video the other day that said somebody made like little hinges to make waterfall cards. So I was going to show you guys how to make that using any of your pieces that you have here. Just make your own little hinges and your own little waterfall cards to do that with. Okay, so let's open up first page. As most of you will know, I do not like putting anything over top of my design pages. Design pages are pages that I actually didn't create using AI. So the page itself, like the individual images, like the individual pieces are made using AI. But then I take all of those individual pieces and I put it exactly where I want it on the page. Every piece of writing, every piece of like splotch of ink, every petal, everything is where I want it. So that's what I call the design pages. And so it takes me a long time to do each design page. So that's why you guys usually get about 6 to 10 design pages. But the rest are all like created using AI or just faster ways of putting all the different frames and stuff together. But these design pages are like my ultimate expression of my creativity. So with these ones, I don't really like putting like pockets or anything over top of these just because they're so beautiful. So let's go to the first page right here. This is our texture page, and let's add something right there. So now we're going to start getting into, you know, where are our pockets, where are all of our different things that we're going to use. And look at all the beautiful things we have. We have word labels, we have vertical pockets, we have side pockets. Oh my gosh, just so many pretty things. And I think the first thing I'm going to do here is I want to add this this side pocket right here. Angela says, I could ink edges for hours. It's hypnotizing, right? It is so nice to do that. Okay, so let me just get some glue on this piece right here. So just the edges, not all the edges, don't glue the top edge. There we go. And I am going to take my beautiful bookmarks and I'm going to add it into here. So this is basically the part that we're doing now is basically just filling in your journal. So you can just, you know, do whatever you like with this section here. This is all yours. This is all creativity that comes from you. We've made all the pieces. We've cut everything out. We've like inked everything. And now it's just up to you on how you want to actually put these together. So I love these bookmarks right in here and the tassels sticking up over there. Maybe I'll add like a little, let's see, word label right here. How about this? Make your own magic, right there. I love it. And I'm going to use some of my dots. I don't know if I told you guys, but I found a couple more sheets of dots. And so I'm making it stretch until we can get back to Canada. And this time when I'm in Canada, I'm gonna load up. I'm gonna clean out the dollar store. I've got a list going of all the things I need to stock up on. I'm gonna need an extra suitcase just for all the crafting supplies. We already have one suitcase that just goes for our, basically just our printer fits into that one suitcase. So make your own magic right there. And let's see, do we have any pieces that can go with it? I'm gonna just glue a couple of pieces of stamps right there. Okay. So how long does it usually take everybody to get, you know, just once your journal is built, to get all the ephemera pieces and all the pockets and the complete decoration of your journal done inside? Let me see how long it takes everybody. I love these little stamps. They make perfect fillers. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, I got stamps and glue everywhere, sticking everywhere. All right. So there's that. Now let's move on to the next page here. And this is really beautiful too. So this is like a nice journaling section right here. So you can actually write on these pages. So maybe what we'll do is we'll just add like a couple of note cards or something here. So you can add those as additional like spaces to write instead of like covering up the whole page. So what do you guys think? Just a couple of note cards perhaps? And we can add like a red paper clip. Maybe we can do like a dangle on the paper clip or something. So let's just add this right here. Right there. Beautiful. And, oh, you know what we should add on this? Is, I think this would be a perfect place to add one of these pieces and lighten up this page a little bit. Look at that. That would be beautiful. There we go. Yeah. So now quick tip for adding your waterfall cards is do not glue the whole thing down, right? We're just gonna add glue to the black part in the back here, to the mechanism, and then glue that down, and then that will allow us to move the whole mechanism still up and down. If you glue the whole thing, then nothing is gonna work anymore. So let's quickly just glue this section down. Okay, decide where you would like this. Right here. Just centering it on there. Beautiful. You can add little pockets if you wanted to as well. But yes, so look, it still works. Yay, beautiful. Perfect. Lovely. Okay. So next page, let's have a look. And now that we have this little piece right here, we can maybe add some, see, this is the Western Union telegram that, Lenore sent, saying that come with once, something's wrong, and then the prescription, and then maybe we'll put her obituary or something on there too. That's a good idea. Yeah, so kind of it tells the story, right? Beautiful. That's a great idea. Yeah, I like that. Like the little pieces. Next page. This is our monthly calendar. So you can add things here if you wanted to. I'm just gonna leave this open. That's nice for journaling. This is another design page, so I'm not super eager about adding anything to this. If you wanted to add something, maybe a small pocket at the bottom here. Yeah, this is what I did last time, I think, and I think I still like that. And then we can add maybe our beautiful file folders right there. Where's the other one? We can add our file folders right there. Inside. Okay, let's do that. Let's add some glue to this piece. Hi Wanda, great to see you here. I'm so glad you caught us. We're just about done, but you're seeing all the interesting bits now that all the projects are created. Now we're just actually adding everything together. Let's see. So I'm gonna add this right at the bottom here. And we're gonna add all of our little file folders. I'm gonna tuck those into here. Now my glue is not dry yet, so I'm gonna tuck it in, and then I'm just gonna hold down my glue for a second. See how nicely that lines up? It's beautiful. And then we can maybe add some, oh yeah, I'm gonna add this raven picture right there. And all right, so let's move on. Oh, where's my little other small envelope that I had? I don't think we put this together yet. Okay, so let me just fold this little envelope. And again, you can add, just like before when we had the big envelope, you can create a liner for this one as well. I am just gonna ink the inside of this just so that it goes a little bit faster for our video here. Is everybody still good for time check? I don't know how long we've been here so far. Let's just fold this over. Perfect. Okay, I'm just gonna add some glue to the glue tabs. Isn't this fun, kind of playing around and telling the story in your head, like all the different secrets you wanted to find and all the hidden tuck spots and so on, and just kind of creating it as you go, right? And let's see, we got some ink on the edges here for this. And just all the way in here too. Just ink everything just so it's not so stark white. There we go. Lovely. And we're gonna fold this over. And we're just gonna tuck it right back here. Beautiful. Wow, that looks so spectacular. You can add a little potion label on the front here if you wanted to. I like to use ink and stencil inside envelopes, saving on printer ink. Oh, that's a wonderful idea. You know what? I have some stencils. I completely forgot about that. That's a wonderful idea. Wanda says, oh, you missed it. I'm glad I get to hang out for a little while with you guys. Oh, I'm so glad you're here, Wanda. Grab your cup of coffee, grab your cup of tea. Yes. Okay, so let's keep moving. This is a gorgeous page. I absolutely love this page. What are we going to do with this one? I think because, you know what? I think it's going to fit really nicely with our loaded tag that we created. Yeah, I think so. And I'm going to create a belly band using our vertical pocket. So this pocket is actually meant to go like this, but we're gonna repurpose. And I'm gonna tuck it in on this side right here. And we're going to just measure it out a little bit. So I'm going to just fold it. Again, I'm eyeballing here, you guys. Just like this. And there's little pieces sticking out now of here, so I'm just gonna cut those off. And I think it'll fit right here. No, I'm gonna have to fold it a little bit more. Let's see, does that fit? Fold it a little bit more on this side. Oh, this side is quite a bit more. That's like, see, that's why I tell you to measure. There we go. Okay, this has to fit. Yes, that fits. Okay, so let me cut these pieces off right there. And we just made our own glue tabs. So we're just gonna add glue to these pieces. So we fold it over. And this is gonna be our belly band to hold our loaded tag into. And this is gorgeous. And don't go over the middle fold line here. Make sure that it's enough space. There we go. And let's see. Okay, now my glue is still wet, so I might have to wait a little bit to do this. And all my pieces are sticking up, so I'm just gonna tuck this all the way through here like this. And then I'm gonna bring it up a little bit so that my butterflies are right there. And then I'm just gonna hold down my glue tabs a little bit just so that they actually glue down. Perfect, look at that. Lovely, and look at my little butterflies. Oh my gosh, I just love that so much. Alrighty. We can add maybe some of this. Oh, look at this. I think I'm gonna add some more pieces onto this. Let's see. It says you are enough. I love that one. Let's put that there. I'm gonna use some more of my dots here. There's 3 of them. And just gonna tuck it into this spot. Right in there. You are enough. And then I'm gonna add these little candles right here. I might have to cut this off a little bit if I'm gonna make this fit. Right there, yes. Okay, where's my glue dots? Let's add some more glue dots. This is so cute. I just love this part. This is like my favorite part. Usually when I'm sitting down doing this, I give it to Matt. Every time I make one little change, I'm like, look at this. Look at what I just did. Isn't that beautiful? It's like 5 times in an hour. There we go. Our little candles. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my gosh. That is so pretty. Okay, so the next section here, I think we are going to add. Okay, we did something here. Okay, let's move this. I'm going to squish down my little butterflies here. Again, this is a design page. I'm not going to do anything on here. This I want to leave for my vertical hidden paperclip right here. And we can push this over the edge right here. It's gonna hold all our pieces together, and this is specifically for this letter. And I think this would look so beautiful in there, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fold this letter into thirds. There we go. And again, you can ink the edges on this, and that's going to make it look really pretty. You can print something on the back if you wanted to. You can glue something on the back if you want to. But yeah, it's going to look very nice if you just kind of make it your own. And just tuck this right into here. A special letter that you get to open. And wouldn't it be nice if you have like a map or a blueprint of the manor house on the back here? Ooh, that would look so pretty. Okay, so another thing that I wanted to do here, let me just see how many pages we still have to go before I just start using all my things. Okay, let's see here. I wanted to add one of these. So I wanted to add this like envelope right here. Now what I could do is I could add the envelope on this page, and yes, I know it's a design page, but I have a trick. Remember when I created the front page, like the front cover, and it was part of a design page that we ripped in half? And I have the other half right here. Well, that half is exactly the same as this half right here. So I am going to glue this piece right into here, and then I'm going to cover it up, this as a liner right there, so you can't even tell, see? And then I still have my envelope that flips open like this. So JP says, ooh, is there one of those, a map or a blueprint? You know what, JP? We are not done with this collection yet. In the summer, I'm going to be dropping a whole bunch of additional pieces for this collection. And so I'm going to make sure to put a manor house blueprint in there because I think it would be fantastic. And also a secret garden section because I think it really needs a secret rose garden section for this collection. So yeah, my imagination has just been going crazy for this. Okay, so let's put some glue on here. Lots of glue. I guess I didn't actually need a liner on this after all, but it still looks pretty. So let's add this section right here. Just going to push it out to the edge so it can fold easily. And then JP says, yay, yay, yay. And Sanette is whoop, whoop. I guess you guys are excited about more of this. And then we're going to just line this up nicely right there. Okay, so let me just grab some glue and glue this down. I think we just went through a whole bottle of glue. Okay, let's get this here. This is like our second last page here. Perfect. That looks stunning. See that we got everything lining up right there. The books, everything. Beautiful. Okay, nice. And this folds over beautifully. Okay, let's see if we have anything for potions and stuff, because there's potions right here and there's all kinds of goodies. So let's see if we have anything for potions. Oh, you know what? We've got some of these beautiful tags still that we haven't used, and some of these beautiful cards still that we haven't used. Oh, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but in that original freebie kit, I gave you a whole bunch of trading cards. These are artist trading cards, and I was thinking about starting to create these for all of our different collections that we have, just so that like it basically captures all of the essential characters and ideas and plot for the theme. And imagine if we did this with like the Beatrix Potter and the Peacock Gardens and all those things. Wouldn't that have been beautiful, right? So this is Edgar Allan Poe. This is Lenore and ravens and all these kinds of things, right? So I thought that that was really beautiful. I think we're gonna add this into our envelope right here. I'm gonna just pull this out a little bit without wrecking anything, because I'm noticing that my envelope is folding a little bit. There we go. Beautiful. Now look at that, you guys. Isn't this so stunning? Wow. This is an enormous collection. So enormous junk journal so far. Now the one other thing I quickly wanted to show you guys how to do is, if you don't have one of these ready-made junk journal or cascading waterfall mechanisms handy, you can always make your own little waterfall cards. And I gave you these beautiful potion cards. And so imagine if we put this right here, and I just cut out these little rectangular pieces just from scrap paper, right? So we're gonna fold this in half like this. And like we want to do the white sides to the outside and the color side to the inside. I'm going to show you why. We're going to glue one part to the card and the other part to the paper, and then that way we have these beautiful cards that just flip open. Now you can make these any color you want to, and mine is not really straight cut either. But let's see. And oh, you can also, just so that it's not all blank on the background, you can actually double side these ones like this. So you can make it two-sided. But first, we are going to glue one piece down like this, like the hinge. I just want to make sure it's the right side up. There we go. And again, we're going to make sure that our fold lines are lining up there perfectly. Our edges. Beautiful. And then we're going to glue this part right over top of there. Let's just get some glue on here. So just for those who don't have this collection yet, this junk journal pages, you can join our crafting studio membership, and it's $9 a month and you get everything. All our kits and collections are included. You can download it right away, or you can just buy the kit itself for $5. And Matt's going to drop the link on how to join the membership, and also the link for how to just get the junk journal kit. So there we go. There's our card back and front right there. I'm going to fold this over here a little bit. I'm going to add some glue to the rest of this hinge right here. And we're just gonna tuck it right at the top here because we'll probably add 2 or 3 more. But there we go. Add this, and now we suddenly have our own waterfall card right there that we created. Isn't that lovely? Okay, who's gonna make those hinges? I would love to see some of you making those hinges. That would be fantastic. Okay, and then we have loads of other pieces, and of course with inside of your folio kit that we had made yesterday, there are so many additional pockets. So you can take some of your additional pockets and add it there. I think I'm going to do that for this side. I'm going to just add this beautiful pocket right here. And that way I can tuck in all of my other beautiful ephemera pieces for this page. And who's ready for the final flip through? Like, this is just about done here, you guys. And who's ready? Who actually was able to create this with me, who did what? Like if you just made the vertical hidden paperclip, just let me know. If you just made the loaded tag, let me know. Let's see who made what here today. Wow, you guys, we're already at 2 hours. Everybody's still good? Nobody's dehydrated? Okay, let's see here. I'm not gonna put more of these waterfall cards in. I'll leave that to you guys to finish up. But yeah, that's basically the gist of it, to make your own little waterfall cards, right? Okay, I'm gonna add some of these beautiful postcards. Mine has bent a little bit because of the humidity here. But what I like to do with these is actually just glue them back to back. And that makes it actually pretty solid. Let me just, especially with this silicone glue, it makes it really nice and solid. There we go. All of the above. That's amazing. Who said that? Terry said she made all of it. That's fantastic. Wow. JP says she just adores this. Ophelia made the hidden paperclip and loaded tag. That's amazing. Wow, that is just so cool, you guys. And who said loaded tag? Danielle says, did I miss where you added the folio into the junk journal? No, you know what? I did not add the folio into the junk journal. I added so many other things that I don't have room for the folio in the junk journal. But I'll show you how to add that quickly. So here is my one postcard. I just double-sided this, and I think that looks really pretty by double-siding it. Just like there. I'll do the same with this one a little bit later. And then I've got additional little cards here, and so many beautiful things. Oh my gosh, you guys, how do you even choose, right? Like, there's just so many beautiful things to add. Just adorable. Let's see. Okay, and I'm gonna close this up. I'm gonna make sure that I just work this spine just so that it stays straight here. Yeah, that's good. Beautiful. Okay, so who's ready for the final walkthrough of this? Everybody good? JP says she's still cutting. Angie says these are wonderful. And Virginia made a little bit of everything. Angela says I was up till 2 a.m. putting mine together. I couldn't wait. That is so amazing. I love hearing this, you guys. Okay, let's do a quick walkthrough of our junk journal for today. So the back and the front looks fantastic. We have a beautiful spine that's staying into place. I might just put a little bit more glue just at the edges here. And first page. Obviously this is going to need some inking and some embellishment, but here we go. Gorgeous, beautiful journal, right? Look at that. So Terry was just asking if we can add more pages, and I will be right with you guys on that one. We'll cover that question just in a second. So we'll just do a quick walkthrough here. We've got our folders and our envelopes and loaded tags. Another hour will be okay. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. You know what? The swimming pool is calling me. And lunch. Lunch is calling me. Tacos and beer. And look at, oh, you know what? We actually forgot to add a few pieces to the back here of our vertical hidden paperclip. And I love tucking pieces into there. So there we go. We just added a bunch of things to our vertical hidden paperclip in the back. This is our vertical hidden paperclip in the front. We have our beautiful envelope with some tags and stuff in it. There's postcards into our pockets, another waterfall folio, or another waterfall card right there. Okay, so now the question, can we add more pages? Yes, you can add more pages. It's gonna be a little bit of a pain in the behind to add more pages, and the reason why I'm saying that is you can glue, so when you fold your pages, let me just get a page here. Okay, so when we have our page folded like this, and we glue it down like this, now suddenly you're gonna have to add another spine, right? So you have to add another section for a spine that wraps around so that everything doesn't just start pulling apart. And then you're gonna have to add another cover. So the simple answer is yes, you can add one. It's gonna be a bit challenging, but if you really wanted to, you can absolutely add it. I hope that helps. And then for somebody who's asking if we can add the folio to this, absolutely. So right here where we added this, this envelope, instead of that, you can just tuck this closure for the folio, you can tuck that in instead, and then your folio will flip out this way. So that makes a really nice little tuck spot and nice little folio inside there as well. So I hope you guys had so much fun. Okay, who just had the best time hanging out here today? Wasn't this just awesome? I absolutely loved it. These long marathon sessions are my absolute favorite. I can't wait for our next retreat when we're going to be doing that. Matt is like, what? Stop saying that. Okay, so Angela says you can make 2 separate journals and glue them together. Yeah, absolutely. You won't have the spine keeping it together. Oh my gosh, look at who just joined us, my lovely girl. Hi, Ritzy. I hope we're going to be making Benji's journal pretty soon too. This summer, I promise that we're going to make my grandson for his first birthday a beautiful junk journal too. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. Thanks for joining us, everybody. And I cannot wait to see all your beautiful journals. Now, tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, there's going to be a challenge for all our members inside the member Facebook group. And then the rest of next week, like you can work on the challenge. But on Wednesday next week, we are dropping our first big kits for the Gentleman's Library for Father's Day. So I hope you guys can all join us for that as well. Have a wonderful afternoon, everybody. We'll see you again later. Take care.